what's up? What is happening? Friends and family and friends, welcome! Welcome to this week's episode of Grover Takeover. I am MT Aunt Grover. You know I am the Grover. Before I get started, please remember that I need for you to like, for you to comment, let me know what you want to talk about. I need for you to subscribe. If you're watching this on YouTube, reach down and click that notification bell so you can be notified of all available content. And remember that sharing is caring. Please share whatever platform you're watching this on so that people can be exposed to this and get all of this goodness that you're getting. Because I'm about to give it to you again this week. I hope that you're ready because I'm ready for you. Let me jump right in to this week's episode because, as usual, I've got a lot to talk about. And I will start off this week on the somber note. Now, the somber note this week is not about someone dying. It is about the end of an era. Oh, the Maurypovich show will be ending after 31 years on the air. Maury is calling it quits. The reason why this is my somber note is because now, be very clear, I don't like anything ratchet. And I don't like anything... Okay, I won't say anything. I don't like a lot of things that are ratchet, a lot of foolishness. But this particular brand of foolishness has entertained me for some 30 years. I am not a religious watcher of Maury. Maury is not the type of show that I would sit around and watch all the time. But anytime that I want to be regaled with some good ratchet foolishness, Maury is always the way to go. Who can I run to? Who am I going to turn to get my ratchet foolishness? Who is going to tell me, look at the eyes, Maury, look at the eyes, look at the nose. They got the same hairline, Maury, the same hairline. Look, he got two eyes just like him. He got two ears. Look how many ears he got, Maury. He got two. You are not the father. And they scream and run off the stage and go into the back and fall on the floor and kick and scream. Who's going to do this for me? Who? There'll never be another Maury. If you try to do it, it'll just be a cheap imitation. You know, be very clear that Maurypovich, when he first started, he tried to have a serious talk show and tried to talk about all different types of things. He realized very, very, very quickly that all he had to do was tell who the father was and find out what gender these trans people were. And he stuck with that for 30 years and it worked. But Maury is retiring. Now, the show is not being canceled. That is the crazy part. Maury's show has been on for 31 years and the show is not being canceled. Maury is retiring. He has just had enough. Maury is old. I forgot to look up how old he is, but I believe he's about 74 or 75 years old. So, he's just probably ready to sit back and enjoy his money. You know, he's married to anchor woman Connie Chung, for former anchor. I don't think Connie Chung even still does the news anymore, but, he's married to her. They've got some adopted children that are clearly grown. They're old people now at this point. I just wanted to use that as my somber note because it's a somber occasion for me. I don't know about you, but it's okay. Maury's got 31 years worth of reruns. We don't ever have to let him go, but I am about to let this go, this story, and skirt. I'm going to skirt right along because I'm going to talk about Maryjblige. Maryjblige, in a recent interview, was asked about having children. Now, please be clear, Maryjblige is 51 years old. They mean to normalize these geriatric wombs if it's the last thing they do. But this is the thing, if you've got the money for it, you can have a baby in your 50s and 60s and late 40s and all this foolishness like that. Now, also, a lot of these older women are having children naturally. Halle Berry's children were natural. They were conceived naturally, born naturally. She didn't have to do anything to herself. It was just God's timing. And but either way, that's neither here nor there. They asked her about children, and Mary was very, very honest, and she talked about how she enjoys her freedom. Mary don't have time for no children. Mary is trying to make y'all understand that she has been out there dipping it and doing it and partying it up for all these years. Now, when she was married to Kendu, her life was totally different. She was kind of sheltered and kept away. He's gone, been gone. She's got her life back. She's gotten, he tried to take all of her money. She's gotten her finances in order, because she talked about how she was almost homeless, like how she almost lost it all screwing around with this sorry. screwing around with this sorry man that she was married to. But either way, she's got a new album out. It's doing well. So Mary is doing her thing. She ain't got time for no kids. And my thing is this. For men, I get it. It's kind of different. Men can produce children their entire lives. That is if the junk still works. But the sperm, and if the sperm count isn't too low from all the foolishness you've done to yourself. But men can produce children their entire lives in most cases. My thing is for women, their bodies only are designed to do this for a certain period of time. That's why they go through menopause and their menstrual cycle stops. They also are the ones that have to carry the child, and it has to gestate. The womb has to hold together to keep the baby up in there. Now, they can bind the cervix and do all this stuff and put you on bed rest and let you gain 100 pounds. All that kind of foolishness. But I really do wish that we would stop making it seem like in order for you to be a woman, you have to grow up and get married and have children. This is 2022. Nobody is worried about that. Everybody doesn't want children. And I feel that there needs to be a cutoff. They keep on giving birth to these cross-eyed, big-headed Benjamin Button babies and wondering what's wrong with them. You're old. You're old. His sperm was old. Your eggs were old. Your womb is old. You are old. Yeah, something's wrong with the baby. Something's wrong with the baby. It is what it is. The baby looks crazy. Big baby is Benjamin Button. And the baby was born old. So I don't know, but I will say this. Stop trying to make these women feel bad for not having children. Everybody doesn't want some slobbery children taking all their money and putting boogers all over the furniture and stuff. No, everybody doesn't want that. That's not everybody's plot and plan in life. Some of you didn't want it, and the Lord planned it for you, and you ended up with children that you have to take care of. And I'm not about to rant about this. I'm about to skirt. Let's move on from that. You get the point. Now, I'm going to do this story right here, and then I'm telling you something. When I am done with this, I don't intend to talk about this man anymore on my show the rest of this season. Or at least, I take that back. Let me say that. I don't plan to talk about this man anymore, at least for some few weeks, because I'm so sick of Kanye West. But I'm about to do a new segment tonight. It's a brand new segment. It's called I'm Putting Kanye to Bed. Go to sleep. Take a nap. I'm so sick of him, I don't know what to do. But Kanye West has been dropped from his performance at the Grammys for this year, for 2022. Largely in part because the host of the show is Trevor Noah. Here we go. Herein lies the problem with running your mouth all the time. Shut up talking about people. Leave people alone. Now, see, you sit up here and pick a fight that you couldn't win with Trevor Noah. First of all, Trevor, I don't know why he keeps messing with these comedians who are going to eat him alive with anything that they say. And be very clear what I just said. He said that Kanye West needed counsel. Someone counsel him. And he took offense to that. The man does need counseling. That's what's wrong with him now, is that he won't go and get enough. He needs to keep taking his medication. He needs to get counseling. He needs any form of help that he can get, because he's in a whole downward spiral. And we're just sitting by watching it happen. But I'm telling this story because he has the audacity and the nerve. Wouldn't it be Kanye expects us to boycott the Grammys? For him? For you? You the one that sat up there and did all this crazy mess. You certainly didn't boycott Trump for us. Us meaning we, the blacks, anybody brown, anybody that really is supporting your music. You didn't boycott Trump for us. You were walking around here talking about with a MAGA hat on, make America great again, hugging the man and going to his rallies and doing all this foolishness. But now we're supposed to boycott the Grammys for you? Good night. That's why I'm about to put you to bed, because it's time for you to go to sleep. Ain't no way I'm about to miss the Grammys this year because you're not performing. When you could very well be performing if you sit down and shut up somewhere. But that's okay. It's okay. It's okay. None of that is neither here nor there. I'm not about to spend a lot of time on this story. You don't know why? Because like I said, I'm about to skirt because I'm about to put him to bed. I am putting Kanye West to bed for some weeks. I don't know how many weeks. I don't know. I haven't figured that out yet, because I don't care what he does. I don't care what foolishness he says. I'm not talking about him no more for a while. I'm sick of it. Every week is something different with him. Take your medication and go to sleep. Take a nap. That's it. Not a dirt nap. Nobody wants you to die. I just want you to shut up for a little bit and give me something else to talk about. I have something else to talk about because finally, Wendy Williams has spoken out. Now, right after I posted my show last week, Wendy Williams got her crazy behind on Good Morning America early in the morning and finally talked. Now, so many people have been saying ever since all this stuff has been going on with Wendy that if she just say something, anything, it would make all the difference in the world. I'm running low on time, but I'm about to run through this. So, Good Morning America did cover Wendy Williams and get an interview with her. She was not able to appear on screen, they said, but she was on the phone. She did talk, and she talked some good talk. She sounded like Wendy. She was a little all over the place. I mean, it is what it is. We get it. You know, you've been locked up in the house and recovering and getting over all the stuff that's been going over with you. But, you know, Wendy says and claims that she could be back as early as 3 months from now. I don't know that the lady knows that they canceled the show. That's neither here nor there. She said in the interview that she has the mind and the body of a 25-year-old. They sat up here and said Wendy had dementia, Graves' disease, all this other crap. I don't know many 25-year-olds that are suffering from all that stuff. That's neither here nor there either. I feel like Wendy got back on drugs. Wendy started drinking and drugging and carrying on. You know, she was acting up. She was taking her clothes off. They had to send her and take her and admit her. And she got this mess going on with the bank. Why did the bank hold your money? Why has the bank got hold of your money if everything's okay? Why would the bank just decide that, knowing the backlash they're going to get? I don't know anything about all that. I'm just glad the lady finally said something. Even if it was gibberish or foolishness, I don't care what it was. Say something. At some point, you got to say something. The something I'm about to say is this right here. I do hope that you have enjoyed this week's edition of Grover Takeover. Please remember that I need for you to like, comment, share, subscribe. Click that notification bell if you're watching this on YouTube. Come on back and let's do this again. We're going to take over right again next week. Remember, I need for you to have a good day. Remember, I need you to have a good night. And remember that I need for you to have a good life. And to tune in for next week's episode of Grover Takeover. I love you. You know I love you. Come on back, because I don't have any intentions of undoing this. We got a long way to go. A long way to go. Until I spend too much time at the strip club.